Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. We are waist deep in the new expansion, Rastakhan's Rumble. Really enjoying ourselves, and we've got a real cool deck. One of the decks that, or one of the cards that I've been really wanting to check out in the latest expansion is Immortal Prelate, and we've got a deck here from the M4 KHH, the Mac, I guess. We'll call them, which features the Immortal Prelate. So I definitely wanted to play this one, and it's in a kind of interesting buff Paladin Last Kaleidosaur shell, so for those of you who haven't seen Last Kaleidosaur, bit of a meme card. All you Kibler fans out there would definitely know this card. It's a new quest. Not new quest, it is a quest. It says when you've cast 6 spells on your minions, you get Galvadon, and Galvadon's a 5 mana dinosaur that adapts 5 times. So you can get a nice huge creature that inevitably dies to removal, but that's okay because it's just a little bit of advantage. The great thing is that we've got a lot of ways to get this quest completed. The best way being sound the bells. You know, when we get to 6 or 8 mana, we can sound the bells a couple of times, hopefully putting it on an Immortal Prelate or something like that, as it's going to retain those buffs after it dies. But that's a good way to get a long way to finishing your quest. We've also got a new card, Flash of Light, restore 4 health, draw a card. We can use this on our minions to help finish our last Kaleidosaur, as well as some more typical things. We've got Blessing of Kings and Spikeridge Steed in here as well, all making great additions to Immortal Prelate, which, if you also haven't seen this card, is a 2 mana 1/3 on Death Rattle. Shuffle it into your deck, and it keeps any enchantments. So these are things like Sound the Bells, like Spikeridge Steed, like Equality, but we'll ignore that one. Keeps all its enchantments, which means we can kind of have a very late game plan of just like playing Immortal Prelates, hopefully with a Spikeridge Steed. They die, shuffle back in, draw it again, play it again, and just kind of try and get advantage that way. They are very weak to silence, but we'll hope that our opponent doesn't have a lot of silences. The other cool aspect of the deck is we've got a nice little meat wagon thing going in here. So we've got Christology, which can draw 1 attack minions from our deck. So Righteous Protector, Immortal Prelate, but also Meat Wagon. And when Meat Wagon dies, it summons a minion with less attack from our deck. So this could be Spirit of the Tiger, a nice way for us to gain advantage whilst we're controlling the board with Consecrations, whilst we're playing buffs, whilst we're playing Sound the Bells. And it can also rip out Devil's Egg, which is another card that we'd love to buff up, start trading in, so that when it inevitably gets killed, we get a 5/5 Devil's Oar out of it. Very, very cool. We've got a Lanessa in here as well, which is not going to be for all the marbles, but it's certainly going to be a big minion once we cast her. We've also got Shavala in here. That lifesteal, I think, is going to be really important. So plenty of other cards in the deck. We could talk about it for a while, but the best thing to do is jump in, play some games, and see how we go. The one thing that I will be looking out for is, do we want a second Christology? And if we did play a second Christology, could we get Crystal Smith Kangor in here? Get a little bit more lifesteal stuff going on. But let's go. Let's Kaleidosaur. Alright. Here with the Max buff Paladin. Kaleidosaur Paladin. Interesting stuff here against the Hunter. We'll probably keep this Wild Pyromancer. Should do something. And we'll keep this last Kaleidosaur as well. We might even not play this on turn 1, in case it seems like our opponent's a very aggressive deck. We can save this to get another trigger off our Pyro. That does look, in fact, like a very aggressive deck. But I think we'll get it out of our hand just to give us a bit more... make sure that if we draw a card like Sound the Bells that we want to deploy early, or Flash of Light, that we can do it. No good 2-drop, so no Headhunter's Hatchet or Crackling Razormaw. We should consider ourselves lucky. I think we'll just deploy our Prelate here. See what they want to do with it. Honestly, if it dies, that's fine. I think that's the interesting thing about the Prelate is We've always got time on our hands.
Forgive me.
Freezing. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty weak freezing trap, if I do say so myself. Happy to try and get as much value out of our hero power. I think that's why when we were talking control paladin, I talk more even paladin, because it's one of the strengths of that deck. Was that in his hand the whole time? That came from the far left, right? Did they not turn 2 Crackling Razor Moras? Curious. Wow. Liquid Membrane is not a good hit. Will it summon a 0/0 target? I wonder. I think we'll go for the Immortal Prelate here, and then and trade. And if our opponent doesn't kill it, then we can coin out a Spike Ridge Steed next turn. That could be a way to victory. Our opponent could also just have a Spellbreaker hit, make us real sad. No, Flanking Strike. Okay, so that's a new Immortal Prelate. So I'll go for the Spirit of the Tiger here. Just try and bait a bit more out of our opponent. We will take the damage. I think we'll be happy to do that. We've got some Flash of Lights to heal us back up. Deadly Shot. Now that's interesting. I hadn't thought of Deadly Shot as a way to counter opposing spirits. Pyro Equality or Quality Consecrate. I think we want to use these pyros up. So we'll pyro Quality. And we'll just hero power here, and we will prelate coin Spike Ridge Steed just to guarantee that we can land a buff on our prelate. Currently 0/6 on our Galvadon counter, but it's okay. Lanessa, nice. Alright, let's see if we get Snap silenced. If we don't, we actually might have a shot.
I wonder.
So if we Lanessa, all we're going to do is get a 7 mana. Ooh, it's quite large. But the way things match up, we might be able to get a big Consecration off. Another Spike Ridge Steed, you say? Don't mind if I do. Now we really don't want to be silenced. Really. I can't... I mean, if they've got Deadly Shot in there, surely that takes up one of the kind of flexible slots of the deck. Tracking. Own Rexar could be good here. Any silence would be great. Part of me just wants to try and kill our own prelate as soon as we can. He looking. He having a gander. You're on 13, which is unfortunate. We get our Galvadon. Yay. Yes, we're gonna summon a big dinosaur. This deck is fantastic. Now, even if they have the silence, then they don't have a silence for Galvadon. Oh my gosh, cue up the song. What is this? Wolves. Okay, so let's trade. Okay. Alright, we in here. Pig Ninja 988, what is going on? Hopefully you're enjoying the new expansion. We are playing some of the Max Buff Paladin. Interesting Quest Paladin list with Immortal Prelate. I think our opponent was probably holding another kill command there. And we just managed to eke out the victory. So, interesting stuff. Didn't get to play the Galvadon, but maybe we will in the next couple of matches. Okay. Up against a Warlock.
I will fight with honor.
So, don't think we want Flash of Light early on. Could help if it's like a heal Zoo Warlock. We could actually heal them if they damage themselves. Yeah, I think we do just want to kind of find like Christology, Righteous Protector. There we go. So this is okay. Interesting, I'm not 100% sure what the Zola is doing in this deck. Is the idea that we Zola a... discard Warlock. Quest discard Warlock. Is the idea that we Zola a... Spirit of the Tiger to keep like the combo going? Is the idea that we Zola a like a meat wagon or something? All right, this is an interesting battle. Like honestly, these two quests and the Hunter quest were kind of considered to be the worst of the quests. So let's see what we can do. I assume this is either going to be some kind of control discard deck where they're going to try and resolve a Deathwing at some point and then... No, it looks very aggressive. Oh! Maybe not aggressive. Too aggressive, but very interesting. Get this meat wagon out there. Interesting that that the Mac went for the Devil's Ore egg instead of the Robo egg. Interesting concession to Curve and wanting to play on Curve as well. Wow, that's a big hound. Maybe we should have attacked there, actually. Make sure that we our meat wagon dies in a reasonable kind of time frame.
You have made an unlock.
Lanethel.
The light dims, but we fight.
Give us the chunky dino boy. The thick dino boy. Yeah, we might be able to do something if we pick up like a sound the bell soon, but otherwise I guess we just gotta hope that we... Whoa! Shadow Flame. Holy heck. Yeah, the cards our opponents are discarding are not, I guess, the ideal ones I guess that deck wants to discard, but... Well, with Lanessa in our hand, we can actually Blessing of Kings this. And Rumble. So this can rip out basically anything in the deck. We've got all of the kind of low drops out. So the worst case scenario is like Wild Pyromancer. Oh my gosh! I think Cataclysm as well. So now we're on to the scary part of the game. We've got two huge minions in play. Yeah, I mean, this isn't so great. It would be cool if we could Zola and get it back, but maybe we just have to because it draws us a card as well.
This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
We got a Spike Ridge. Spike Ridge can definitely help. See if our opponent wants to take out the Spirit of the Tiger, or if they just want to go face. I think there's a lot of temptation to just go face here. No? No face for our opponent.
Loa, hear my call.
I mean, if we get into a situation where our deck is just Immortal Prelates, that's probably better than our opponent's Nether Portal.
Who dares summon me?
Jeez, the second Doomguard though, these big body boys. But that is a pretty good one. So if we... Ah, damn. I was hoping we could Meat Wagon, Spike Ridge Steed, and potentially get the Immortal Prelate out of our deck.
Let me think.
Meat Wagon? Yeah. We'll just use as much mana as we can. I don't even think Galvadon's going to do much here. We really just have to rely on our Immortal Prelates, I think. If you had asked me this morning if I was going to be playing a... if I was going to play the Quest Warlock versus Quest Paladin matchup, I would not have believed you. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's time to test your metal. Too slow.
Alright, we're nice and healthy. Our opponent's deeper on fatigue than us, and I imagine they'll remain deeper on fatigue than us. The only difficult part is if our opponent has... is if we keep drawing this unbuffed Immortal Prelate, I think. Spellstone? They don't have another Spellstone, so... There's the Howlfiend. Our opponent is trading a lot. There's the sound the bells. So we can cast all the sound the bells this turn. Or we can cast Galvadon and Shivala. Well, if we're going to do Galvadon and Shivala, like, now is the time to do it, right? Because we can trade with this, get Galvadon out, hopefully it doesn't die. So, yeah, okay. Alright, that was pretty good. Got that big dino boy. That dino DNA! Alright. Now, is our... Well, actually, I guess we should have factored in that our opponent might be playing Cataclysm. Oh, this is excellent. So our opponent's able to play like a normal game plan, knowing that they have Soul Warden to potentially get back cards like Gul'dan. There's the Cataclysm they discarded before, so... Great.
Reporting for duty.
Do we just completely buff this thing up? Or do we... Yeah, I think we do. Alright, it's the last 6 cards of our opponent's deck, plus their Nether Portal, versus the 10 cards in our deck, one of which is an Immortal Prelate that is buffed. Unfortunately, we've got cards like Equality, which is not very good. We do have Flash of Light, which is very good. And our opponent might have another one of those add 3 discarded cards back. Let's hold this to pair with Consecrate, potentially. We are going to take 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 17. Alright, our opponent's in Fatigue. They have a full board. I mean, they can trade, but... There's the other Soul Warden. So let's just hope they didn't rip Gul'dan, because that is definitely... There's no way we can beat that. Oh no. Solarium Jeklik is really good. Well, there's the buffed Prelate.
To battle. Reporting for duty.
Can we hold on for a couple of turns? Lucky. If that discard landed on Jeklik, it's pretty scary. Maybe Consecrate off the top. They don't want to deploy the Jeklik. Interesting. Okay, so we need to do something here, right? The next attack puts us to 1. Trading. So interesting. Pyro Quality. We survive another day. If we can rip the Prelate, oh my gosh, if we can rip the Prelate, we might be okay. If these are both Jekliks. Cataclysm and this, so 2 Jeklicks. Alright, we need the Prelate. Or Consecrate. Damn. Unfortunate. Well, give our opponent the well played. That was tight. That was really tight. Interesting that our opponent's kind of just playing all the discard cards. And they kind of worked well together. That the 6 cost that brings 3 cards back is real strong. So, GG's. See if we can get the next one. Alright. Well, it wouldn't be a day on ladder without versing a Druid. Send these back. Keep the Kaleidosaur. Hopefully we can hit like a Christology or something like that. I think Christology really helps this deck out. It helps it hit its curve. Helps it get some card advantage back, because it does lose card advantage by playing the quest. So I think I would really like to see a second Christology in here. Something that to get a little bit of value off of with the Spirit of the Tiger. Looks like we are both happy to just spin our wheels for a little bit, for a hot minute. I think we'll go for the meat wagon first. Our opponent will surely see this and just be like, well, shenanigans are afoot. And truly there are shenanigans afoot. Just go for a Spirit of the Tiger here. If our opponent lets us Flash of Light the meat wagon, we'll definitely do it. So that we can get another draw with our Linessa. This Zola has proved to be pretty interesting. There's a swipe. We can still get some Flash of Light value here. Even got a Blessing of Kings here. We can gear up our Devil's Oar. Ooh, Stampeding Roar. Armani Warbear. Cool. I can dig that. So do we go Blessing of Kings here, and then we can attack. We even get to protect it with a Righteous Protector. Our opponent's got a thick grip. See if they got the other swipe for the for a big clear here. So our cast pool is just Blessing of Kings and Flash of Light. ECW Taz with the big 6-viewer host. Thank you so much. I'm sure you've been enjoying the Rastakhan's Rumble stuff. I'm sure there's lots of many a wrestling reference are flying. We cracked an Undertaker in our packs, which we're very happy about. Well, there's the Immortal Prelate after we've already cast our buffs, which is a little crummy, just a tad bit crummy. I think we'll trade off here.
The battle.
Hear my call. The light dims, but we fight.
So we've got a lot of our late game in hand. If we get to the point where we can Linessa Zola, we're pretty happy. Our opponent's not doing a lot, and I mean They haven't ultimate infest. They haven't spreading plagued us, even though this is a big setup. Hello everyone. Yes, hello everyone who's watching from Taz's stream. In case you don't know, we are a Australian-based streamer. Typically cover budget decks or variety decks. Like to play a whole bunch of different stuff. Also into a bit of the wrestling as well. So feel free to throw any wrestling questions our way. Our opponent's just doing big bear stuff. Big beast stuff. That big beast energy. See that? I see that. Stay wavy. Thank you very much, Taz.
To battle! To battle! Reporting for duty.
So next turn we can go for Lanessa Zola.
This was sent in by Morgan Davey. Keep it wavy, Morgan Davey.
MKaiser6644 now running the wave. Thank you so much for the follow. Who is Adam Cole and why is he the best boy? Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole is in fact the best boy. Thank you so much for the follow, MKaiser. What have you been playing in the latest expansion? Picked up any packs? Crack any cool legendaries? Oh no, taking out our Spirit of the Tiger. I think we are okay with that for now.
This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
Got that sounder bells, which is nice.
Such a perfect
Specimen.
To battle!
I think we'll just leave our prelates like that. See what our opponent wants to do. Imagine we might have an ultimate infestation coming our way, but I would have to burn one. Ooh, Unduster. So our opponent's got a sweet Unduster deck here. Hadronox, okay. Combo away, friend. Combo away. Naturalize? Naturalize? How do we kill all of our opponent's things? Do we just go for the Consecrate here? To get rid of the Unduster? We probably have to. We still get our 3 Sounder Bells off too. Important.
Forgive me. Look at me.
Oh, we missed the Galvadon by 1. Maybe we should have done something different. Adam Cole is the best, enough said. Absolutely. I'm just a broke-ass college kid, so I could only spring 17 packs. Big hunter guy, so I'm thinking of crafting Zul'jin, but want to make sure it will have the staying power. I think it definitely will once Rexar goes. It goes very soon. Welcome back, Unduster. But that being said, I think a lot of the Zul'jin decks are going to be all existingly expensive. Like, I think there'll be the 8 to 14,000 dust decks, whereas most of the mid-range kind of hunter decks, even odd hunter, kind of sit more around that like 4,000 mark. So I guess it depends what existing hunter tools you already have. Tyrantus. Well, our opponent has a deck.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
Opponent got a real sweet deck. There's the Immortal Prelate with the Sound the Bells buffs. What can we rip with our Christology? We're going to cast it anyway. Meat Wagon. The other Immortal Prelate.
Find it has your metal.
I think we just have to get as much damage on this Tyrantus as possible. No, we have to trade, right? Because the Hadronox will just trade, get a board full of taunts, and then they'll just have a damaged Tyrantus behind a bunch of taunts. Really going to need that a quality Pyro to deal with the Hadronox board. I have everything from Rockzilla to King Crush, so I think I might be safe. Yeah, awesome. If you've already got all the... if you've just been a mad hunter player and you've got all the pieces, then I imagine Zul'jin's going to be a fantastic craft. Especially, do you have Flux Boom Cannon? Well, we got a Pyro. I can't imagine our opponent's doing nothing with 7 mana.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
There's the Immortal Prelate again. If only this thing had taunt, it would be tremendous.
This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
Well, we hit the Spike Ridge Steed, so we can steed up our Immortal Prelate next turn. With 8 cards left, that's actually pretty good. What we really wanted to do is hit a quality for this Pyro, so once we kill this Hadronox board, we can get it down, and then they're really unlikely to be able to hit Hadronox off another Witching Hour. Curious choice. Cool. Is Tyrantus gonna hit our Alanessa? Alright, come on. Equality off the top. Let's go. Come on. Ugh.
Loa, hear my call.
Reporting for duty.
The light is mine.
Alright. So, we've got a Galvadon, we've got our Immortal Prelate with a Spike Ridge Steed, so every time we get it, we've got a nice defensive wall. We really just want to hit that equality so we can clear the Hadronox board. I think once we do that, we're in alright position. But until that happens, we're on the back foot. I've kind of waited for Hunter to have their turn as the big deck, so I'll be excited to see how it plays out. Yeah, I mean, Hunter for a very long time was the 9th class, right? It was the worst class. And now Hunter's pretty good. Couple of viable deck types. Fun viable deck types as well. Lots of people experimenting.
Death is eternal.
People like a chat favorite, Death Star V3. Come on. 2 in 7. Oh, you're gonna buff? Okay, 2 in 7. This one for our life. Oh, the Armani Warbird having a rush coming off of the Hadronox is very good. Is very good.
wonder.
Tommy, just wanted to stop in and say hi. Long day of streaming, wanted to send over the love. No worries, I really appreciate it. I appreciate the effort as well. We're all going to be hitting it pretty hard lately, so make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you take care of yourself. Do some stretches. And yeah, I'll try and tune in when I can, because I'm keen to see more action from this expansion.
Quickly. Let me think.
Don't think there's anything we can do, fam. I think we are properly dunked. Yeah, we needed to hit that equality anytime in the last 5 turns. So wrestling, who's your favorite in NXT and on the main roster? NXT is probably a tie between Aleister Black and Adam Cole. There's the Ultimate Infestation.
I'm almost out of cards.
Yeah, if we had hit the Immortal Prelate as well, I still think we would have died, so we needed to hit that equality. Rough. Alright, we are here with the Max Buff Paladin. Interesting kind of quest Paladin, Buff Paladin mix with some of the new cards. And we had a little bit of success. We had a couple of losses as well. I think there were a lot of parts to like about the deck. I like Flash of Light with Lanessa Sunsorrow. I like that we don't have to go too deep on buff cards with our last Kaleidosaur because we have to sound the bells and things like that. And particularly Immortal Prelate with Spike Ridge Steed represents a genuine late game threat, particularly to a lot of aggressive decks that have to try and push past that. So that's the elements of the deck that I really like, and there are some good Paladin things in here, like Equality Consecrate, Wild Pyromancer Equality as well. The parts that maybe let us down were kind of this Meat Wagon package of Meat Wagon, Spirit of the Tiger, and the Devil's Oar Egg. Devil's Oar Egg in particular in this deck just felt very bad. You know, even if we had a spare buff to be putting on it, we don't really want to be in that position. I think we could make a better kind of egg paladin deck, but I think this isn't the right one. I think we want to just be playing more controlling elements, maybe some more slightly value elements. We could even play cards like, you know, a one-off Potion of Heroism or a one-off Desperate Stand to kind of give us some flexibility with the type of buffs that we do, and just be a bit more defensive, play some more taunts, maybe get Tyrion in there or the Death Knight. Another thing I'd love to see would be the second Christology. I talked about that in one of the games. I think Christology is going to help both thin the deck so that we are hitting our Immortal Prelates, and then when our Immortal Prelates go back, there's less of a deck there, so more chance to draw them. It's something to do early in the game. And I'd like to see like Crystal Smith Kangor, or maybe some other... maybe even Primal Fin champions, who knows, but something else there in order to kind of tie that theme together. Kangor in particular I really like because we do have some lifesteal in the deck, and I think that having some extra healing, especially with Flash of Light, could be super useful. But yeah, that's what I think I would want to experiment with the deck, and I'll definitely be doing some experimenting. I think this kind of Immortal Prelate control Paladin is something that I'm really excited for. So let me know what you think if you're watching on YouTube. As always, links are down in the description. What do you think about Buff Paladin, Kaleidosaur, Immortal Prelate, all of this stuff? Let me know. Jump over to the Hearthstone site for the Max deck. Give it a +1. Leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, as I know you will. And until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and you know, buff that Prelate. Get him big. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.